lot of people want to know, why is the black community so invested? Like, when George Floyd happened, why is everyone so mad? Like, I know a lot of people understood from that situation, because you can't have a heart and be able to look at that situation and say that, man, dude's knee was on his neck for almost 9 minutes. You can't look at that and say that's okay. You can't. But a lot of people say, well, why is the outcry so strong, and why is the black community emotionally attached to George Floyd? Let me tell you this. Let me tell you why. It's because most black people, you either have a George Floyd in your life, or a Rodney King in your life, or you have a Ahmaud Arbery in your life. So when you look at it happen to someone else, when you see it happen to them, you think it hits home for you, because it's someone that you know personally that this has happened to. So like George Floyd was the tipping point. That was where people said, I'm tired of this. Like, this is right here in your face. We're not taking it anymore. And so that's one reason we're so emotionally tied up into these things, is because we know someone, it's either happened to us personally, or someone in our family, or someone that we love. This is, a camera caught George Floyd. It caught that situation. But how many situations where there's not a camera? It happens way more than people realize. And so the thing is that's one reason we're so emotionally tied to George Floyd and then Ahmaud Arbery, other people, it's because someone that has been mistreated by the police in your family. And it just hits home, and it takes you back to that moment. To now you have PTSD. Anytime a cop is behind me, I'm 10-2 on the steering wheel, and I'm grabbing my wallet and my insurance verification before I get pulled over, because I'm not reaching for anything. I shouldn't feel like that. I was pulled over by a cop, and it was in a dark area. Well, I cut on my yields, and I slowed down to about 30, and I drove to a place that had that was well lit. And he had put his bright light on me, and was like, I could tell he was trying to tell me to get over. He was like, he kept on putting it on me and then moving it over. But I just kept on driving really slow with my yields on. And when he pulled me over, when I pulled over, he came to the car and asked me, why did I keep going? I just said, I wanted to drive to a place where it was well lit. I didn't feel comfortable driving in a place, where it's dark, so I'm 10-2. And he was like, well, I understand. And he can tell that I was really nervous. Like, he could tell that, like, I'm nervous, and he's trying to get me to like lighten up. He's like cracking jokes. He's like hitting me on the shoulder. And then eventually he says, man, relax, relax. And I was like, sir, do whatever you need to do. If you're going to give me a ticket, I'll take that. I just wanted to get out of there, because I'm really uncomfortable. And the cop got upset. Not upset at me. He got upset. He said, I'm sorry, man. You should not have fear when a police officer pulls you over. And then he goes on and proceeds. He said, I apologize to you for every police officer that's ever done anything wrong to anyone. He was like, we're supposed to serve and protect. You should not be afraid of the police officer. And he was really upset, man. He was so upset that I was that scared. He was like, people should not have fear unless they're doing something wrong. He said, people shouldn't have fear. He was like, you're a good guy. And at that time, I was in the Air Force. He was like, I see you in the military. I didn't have no tickets on my record, anything. And he was like, you have no reason to fear me. And he was like, I'm sorry, man, that there's some bad police officers out there that's giving us this bad rap.